Hey, flipping around. All right, guys. I'm sitting out here. I'm just chilling. And I'm thinking to myself, here's an opportunity for all us Mustang medics seeking the truth to talk again on a forum. So I thought I'd go live behind the White House. This is the south side of the White House. So I'll zoom in on it, and I might talk a little bit, but it's basically going to be a shot of just the White House live today. A lot of fascination about the White House. And there she is. I'm putting on my glasses this time, guys. The White House. And that is the back gate. Can you guys hear me? Give me 3 thumbs up, please. Can you guys give me 3 thumbs up if you can hear me? The sun's so heavy on this camera that it's hard to even read your comments right now. It's so dark. I need an umbrella. Thank you. Okay. You guys know the code. I'm always like, if I got the 3 thumbs up, I know that I'm getting, that's how you go yes or no. It's always helpful to me. Yeah, I got a, it's going to be very hard to read these comments. I'm going to see if I can reposition myself and see if I can read what you guys are saying. When the sun is bright on the camera, the wind is going, it makes it real hard. So, yeah, it's near impossible. And I'm wearing my glasses too. Well, this is the White House. A lot of people were talking about, something going down at the White House today, moving trucks and everything. I haven't seen anything, and I'm here. So I think I'm probably the most accurate, being actually here live. Normal gate entrance stuff. We don't have any Secret Service posted on the opposite side of the street of the White House, so no motorcades coming, no snipers on the roof, and it's just quiet. And a lot of people are saying there's nobody in there, and there's other people saying there's military tribunals going on in there, and then there's other people that are saying everything's normal in there, and then everybody getting very impatient, like we all want some kind of change to happen now. When is it going to happen? And I believe God is telling us to wait. I don't know what that means, I'm getting the wait message, and I'm like, really? Wait? Do we have to wait? Anyway, that's the message I'm getting from my prayers right now. And you guys know my prayer. Lord, close the doors where you don't want me to go, and motivate me to do your will. And I say that every day. And he's been taking care of us. He's been taking care of us. A few people, like Kathleen, have been very, very generous, trying to help us, deal with this shadow banning on YouTube, which is definitely hurting us. I can't wait for President Trump to start his network. I don't know what's going on with that. It's taking long. Mike Lindell, and I got his personal email address. I'm going to email him and see what's going on with Frank Speech, because our account's set up. MustangMedic is set up on Frank Speech, but I can't do anything else. I can't post, can't monetize it, can't do an icon. There's just no way to support yourself as a journalist on a format yet. So YouTube's still got us by the Kahuza. It's okay. It's okay. I respect it. It's their business. We all clicked on that, accepting the Gmail long scrolling legal copy, basically giving away our rights. It's a capitalistic country. We can choose not to use it, but that would actually be counterproductive for me, because I want you watching me on YouTube so we can all get this message out. So I'm caught in a conundrum also. Telegram has been taken off. A lot of people, I think we're up to 40,000 now on the channel. We got about, it bounces up and down, 8,000 on the chat. It's a little vicious there sometimes. People are really kind of going off on each other, which isn't good. And I try to hold back, but then I got to do that Google thing and sometimes block somebody because they just will not stop hating, or they've got an agenda. We're getting attacked by other channel people, which is weird. We're all in this together. And the trolls are out. That's all I'll say about that. I never knew what trolls were until I started doing politics. Now I understand. I appreciate all you ladies out there. You are in the know. And the guys too. The guys are coming back. 40% audience is men. 60% audience for MustangMedic over the all the views is women. And to all you women, I'm very grateful. My smile is real, but my teeth are fake. Yeah, it's an LA thing. You have to have a good grill out there, and I was out there for 25 years in LA. A grill is a reference to your front teeth. A lot of you don't know about my history in Hollywood for 25 years. Now all of you are like, I knew he was an actor. I'm not an actor. I'm a creative director. I design print work, movie posters, type design. That's why all of my, if I do say so myself, my thumbnails on my videos look very polished, because I'm a type designer. Back in the day in 86, 82 to 86, I went to trade school in Philadelphia for advertising and design. And that was my career. Now I'm doing these videos asking you guys to support me financially, which is humbling. And searching for the truth in DC. But the main point is I'm trusting God. He's always saying, are you going to trust me, Will? Are you going to trust me? I'm like, yes, Father, I will trust you. And then he opens up a door like a convoy, or what's it called when you got the, I always forget this. Motorcade. I remembered it, finally, when the motorcade went flying by me on 95. I didn't have any stories for the weekend, really. I mean, I had an interview, and then God gives me 40 Secret Service cars passing me at 70 miles an hour while I'm doing about 70 myself. It was pretty wild. They were doing close, at least 120. It was pretty crazy. I felt like a pylon. We're a small, intimate group, aren't we? How many do we have, guys? $92, $93 people so far. We are small today. It's a quiet Monday. It's okay. It's okay. People care about this White House Live because the cam keeps going out, and then or it gets crooked or something goes wrong, and then everybody's suspecting that the White House is getting rampaged. And every time I've rushed out here to see what's going on because of chatter, it's been quiet, and it hasn't been what they're reporting. So I like to think I'm the arbiter of truth, not only in the media but online. I guess it's the same thing nowadays, isn't it? And I got taken down with the Right Side Broadcasting with the first strike for 7 days for doing a CPAC speech with President Trump. Just showed it, and they gave me a strike for that. So they don't want the Trumpster out there. No, they don't. Usually, fear is an acronym to me. It's fantasy, expectations appearing real. But I think the Democrats have a lot to fear. I think they really do, a lot, and and a number of Republicans. Whoever's not following the Constitution has to leave. They got to go. It's all about the Constitution. I had a good conversation with a motorcycle officer. I guess he was park police. I said, man, you got a cool job. He's on a Harley Davidson, cruising around the grass and watching everybody. I'm like, what a great job to get paid to do that. Actually, I kind of do that already, don't I? Sorry for that alarm. And he sat and talked to me for about a good 40 minutes and just asking me what I'm doing, how I got here, why the FBI was investigating me. Where I was, of course. He actually didn't ask where I was when I said I was here for the rally. But I did tell a DC resident in the front of the White House that I came here for the rally and decided to stay, and now I'm a DC resident. And he said to me, he got really upset, and he goes, well, maybe you're not supposed to be here. And I looked at him and said, well, maybe you're not supposed to be here. And he pedaled away on his bicycle. It was a funny moment. Lord help me, create a unifying spirit over this land, over this world, where we can recognize that we are all one and we all outnumber them. It's we the people. That's what this is. It's like so simple. We can't let it go to optics because we lost the mainstream media. We just can't do it. We'll be suppressed. These messages are going to be, hidden. So-called shadow banned, which is annoying to me because it's hurting me financially to be able to stay here. The shadow banning's pinching me, so they might be trying to pinch me out. So, God willing, I'll keep going. But we are all related to each other. I just keep pounding away at this. Mustang Medic represents the humanity, our freedoms. Through, it's America right now. It's the stronghold. It's being attacked. If America falls, the world falls. Anybody who wants to deny that is denying reality, in my opinion. China is buying a lot of politicians. Epoch Times has shown documentation of a lot of what's going on. I mean, even Mitch McConnell's suspicious. I mean, it's bad. So, Democrat Party has completely sold us out, and it's just socialism, let's do this, which is like so unreal that they've brainwashed our students over the past 5 years to think socialism can actually work. Hello, Mao. Anybody here? They probably have never heard of Mao. Ultimate power corrupts. Socialism always fails. Communism always fails the people, and you end up in bread lines paying $40 for a stale piece of bread. Do you really want that, America? We got to shake it up. We got to get out, and we got to flood the votes beyond any kind of algorithm they can set up in the midterms. And then, of course, you know what has to happen. We have to put a constitutionalist back in the office. Because right now, I give Joe Biden 6 months. 6 months of cognitive. He's going to slip or fall or something, or just something weird's going to happen, and all of a sudden, Kamala Harris is going to be president. And a lot of people don't want to hear that, But let's look at the writing on the wall right now, the reality. I've spoken to a number of Secret Service agents, all personal conversations, and I'll sneak in every once in a while, not sneak, but I'll say to them, look, I'm going to ask a reporter question right now, and of course you cannot answer it, you can answer it. And they usually listen to me because I'm being cool and I'm just talking to them. It's like, I appreciate them. And they all told me that they've seen Joe Biden numerous times in the White House. So that goes against a lot of the reporting where people are saying there's nobody in the White House and there's a White House in California, Castle Rock Studios, and all this stuff. So there's conflicting reports. And all I'm going to do as Mustang Medic here is report to you what I know, and then I'll call the rest chatter. So anything without evidence falls under the guidelines of chatter. So if one person's saying it and then everybody's spreading it, it doesn't make it so. There has to be evidence. Like I have evidence of a recording of the FBI, telling me I was being monitored. I have evidence of something that I'm saying. That's why I tell you this, that I don't mind telling the story about the FBI, investigating me. It was cool. They were cool. Ambulance going by. There he goes. There's always an ambulance like every 10 minutes. There's always police driving around, although today's pretty quiet. And there's always something historic to see in DC. So let me be your tour guide for what's going on in this 10-mile square radius, this district of Columbia that's not even in the United States. And it's not one of the United States. And this is our capital. It all makes sense. The whole statehood thing is a farce. DC, I'll do a special on that. I don't see DC ever getting statehood. Not constitutionally, at least. And straight up, during the election with Hillary Clinton and President Trump, Hillary got 97% of the vote in the District of Columbia. They still vote. It didn't count. But 97% of the government of DC, 10-mile square radius, voted for Hillary Clinton. Yeah, you think about that. I guess I'm just used to being a minority all my life. I don't look like a minority, but I am. I lean conservative, of course, and I've always lived in liberal places like Philadelphia and Palm Springs and LA. And don't get me wrong, I've got many friends that are liberals. I just, we don't conflict with each other. They know the way I think, I know the way they think, and we're willing to talk about it. I got so many people conversing with me now about what's going on, and everybody's searching for the facts. I don't hate anybody. Everybody, no matter what you're doing, if you're a truth seeker, if you really want to know the truth, and we're on the same team. If you're out there just trying to create views and hate and try to build your following, we're not on the same team. It's about the message. It's not about the numbers. The numbers are important so I can financially stay here. I'm being realistic here. But I trust that God has a plan for my life, and you guys are just going to get to watch me do it. Like I said, if I end up digging holes in Virginia, I'll do videos about digging holes in Virginia. But right now, I have the finances at the moment to stay in DC, so I'm here for you. But I ain't comfortable, even though it looks like I am. I know, cigars, I know. George Burns lived to 102, so I got a couple years left. For those of you who don't know who George Burns is, you're younger than 55. For those of you who just joined us, this is Mustang Medic. I am the People's Journalist in Washington, D.C. Mustang Medic represents the human race. We are all one. We outnumber them. And I'm going to find the truth in D.C. I live here. I guess I work here, and I share little snippets of my life as I do this journey of searching for the truth in Washington, D.C. So welcome. I hope you subscribe, like the videos, make comments, try to get us out there, share, of course, and time will tell. Time will tell what's on what God is doing. I know what He's doing, and it's exciting. It's a beautiful day. It's like 70 degrees, nice breeze. I've become a weather reporter too on DC. I've noticed a lot of people think that the weather's different in some of the news shots. So I date everything except, of course, these live streams, because I can't put the date up there in the corner, but you can see when the live stream is posted. So I did a video predicting that Kamala Harris is going to be president within the next 6 months. It's hard to even think about that, but I'm kind of just preparing for it mentally. So now it's documented. In 6 months, people will either tell me you were right, Will, or they'll tell me you were wrong, Will, and ha ha ha. I appreciate it, all of you that have been very supportive, and for your kind words. And your prayers are working, guys. Your prayers are working. I have been protected by a number of things that have happened only in the past couple of days. And God is watching over this, and He is listening to your prayers. So thank you for your prayers. Pray, pray, pray for my safety and my children's safety, please. Prayer request, MustangMedic style. Can you guys hear me? Can I get I'm kind of talking low and relaxed. Don't worry, I haven't been drugged by anybody, and I believe the FBI is watching, which is good. So I'm being taken care of. Thanks, guys. I'm not reading your comments because the screen's too black. I can just barely see the 3 thumbs up, so I apologize for not engaging on this live stream and just rambling. But I've been told that you guys actually want to hear me talk, which is like, that's new for me. When I used to do the videos at MustangMedic on Ford Mustangs, it's like, get that bald-headed dude that talks too much off the videos and show me how to put my part on. It's all about restoration of cars. And what was interesting is I had 4% women as an audience with 14,000 subscribers in MustangMedic after 8 years. And then January 20th happened, and it was an awareness pop for what I was doing now. And we got 10,000 subscribers every day. And it was going and going and going. It went from 14,000 subscribers to 167,000 subscribers, like in a week and a half. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going. I'm like, I'm going to go to 1 million subscribers. And then all of a sudden, immediately in one day, without me changing any kind of content that I was doing and creating the same stuff, it stopped. It went down to 300. And now it sits us. We're just stuck at 164,000. So that's interesting. So, and I'm getting contacted by people that used to follow me like years ago. They've just followed me the whole time, and they're getting unsubscribed, and they've never been unsubscribed from MustangMedic before. So I changed my format to news and politics. I'm a unifying message, and I'm trying to seek the truth, and then I'm no longer promoted on YouTube. What's that about? The only thing I can discern is that the design right now in the current administration and the media, the mainstream media, and then a lot of people that doing these shows, these video shows like this, deceiving people. But I think the only thing that rationally makes sense, what they're doing at the border and everything, is they are seeking to destabilize America in the next 2 years. That they need us to be destabilized. They're separating black people and brown people now, black and brown people. I mean, that wasn't good enough with black and white separating us, trying to separate us all the time. Now they're trying to separate us between shades. they're doing everything they can in the government, it appears. I'd like to think that I'm wrong, and I'd be happy to do an interview with President Joe Biden if he's willing to do it with me. But all the policies support destabilization and poverty and inflation. And the gas is already up a third. That took 2 weeks for the gas to go up a third when Joe Biden got sworn in. The borders opened up, 600% increase. Children are being thrown into the river of the Rio Grande probably every day from the cartels. They're drowning children to distract the border patrol agents, so they have to save the children that are drowning that can't swim. And then they're getting the high ticket people over. The Asian and Middle Eastern people are getting the cartels are getting $10,000 a head, $10,000 to $5,000 a head for those people. So they're all coming up through Mexico. And the cartels are making so much more money now after January 20th because of the hope that was created by this current administration. And now what they're doing is to bring down the numbers is they're busing all the illegal people that are coming across the border. I think it was like check me, it's over like 150,000. I'm told you it's over 100,000 last month came across the border. And the reason you're not seeing all those people is because they're spreading them out throughout the United States. They're taking them in, they process them in white tents. I got a video of this. If you go to the live streams on MustangMedic and look, or playlist, that's Crisis on the Border, Texas. Watch that video, listen to the interview of what the deputy is saying, and it's absolutely shocking. And MustangMedic broke this story 22 days about drowning babies. 22 days before the mainstream media even started to talk about it. They held out for almost 3 weeks not reporting what I reported, and I tagged them all the time. So they knew the story was out there, and they still suppressed it for an additional 2 weeks. That's how bad it is. That's how off our reality is. And then we have the channels, they're out there deceiving the Anon people, and then they figure out that it wasn't real, and they give them a pass. And that's bothering me. So I'm praying a lot about how to deal with that. And I'm willing to be wrong. And there's a lot of Anon theories that I would love for them to become true. I don't have any evidence to that fact, so I'm not reporting it. This financial reset, I'm looking at people reporting it on their channels, but I'm not seeing any evidence of a financial reset. And, I don't know of evidence about, there's a number of things I don't have evidence on. I don't need to go over all of them. But I'm going to do this, Anons. I am going to report the truth to you. So let me be your checker, your fact checker sometimes. I'm not going to get every story. I'm not here like sitting here camping out. But let me be that person that checks out a story for you if you got a tilt on it. And I will. And I've got people that I can hire. It will cost a little bit of money. But they can dig into stories because I don't have a lot of time because of everything else that's going on. To those of you that I have not responded to your messages, please don't take offense to that. You're not being ignored. I'm not looking at more than half of the comments that are going on. It's just pure, I'm being inundated, which I appreciate. And also, I try to filter out the negativity. And I don't need that in my life, so I don't like reading a lot of it. So I have people read it and give me pertinent stuff and try to connect me to people. I don't pursue people necessarily unless somebody's introduced me to somebody. I'm open to any opportunity of being on anybody's show. I'll do interviews. But the main reason I want to do this and why I'm sitting here on the lawn next to very close to where I was during the rally, and I'm concerned about hate speech, the way it's getting expanded. It's taking away our free speech, and if we lose free speech, we're screwed. Yes, Facebook and Google, they're capitalistic companies. They've got an agreement. They can do what they want to do. There's no government getting involved. We get the choice to watch all this or not. But there's going to be a wave this year of new formats that we can share on and be monetized like YouTube. It's going to happen. So we need to survive through it. Those of us that are doing it now, I being one of them, by support for you guys. And ultimately, we'll be able to make money on views elsewhere, not just on YouTube, trying to survive on that. We'll be able to do it elsewhere, and then we'll be able to report, I hope, everything I want to report. There's like 6 stories I can't report to you because I'm on YouTube. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm not going to throw the channel on the sword and not be able to be in DC over something that breaks the guidelines. So I'll respect the guidelines right now. I mean, that's what I have to do. I'm on their format. What was it? Section 230 never happened. Republicans didn't move on that. President Trump would have signed it. Republicans didn't move. Why? Money. It always comes back to money. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about people having money. But ultimately, power corrupts, and people that are getting too much money that they think they could just split and be good for the rest of their lives, they tend to not make good decisions for the people like us that are on the ground as citizens living in this great country, our last beacon of hope. Again, if America falls, the world falls into chaos, and none of us want that. Nor do we want any kind of civil war. We don't want to be shooting our brothers. We don't need that. So I believe that God has got a plan. And he's saying, trust me. God's always saying, trust me. So try trusting him and seeing how he moves in your life. And I'm not saying he's moving in my life because I'm sitting here on the grass doing a video. All this could be gone in a week. You know, something catastrophic could happen. You know, everything goes down and can't do anything about it. That's still God's will for my life. So I'm in a win-win here. As long as I keep following him, and even when it's rough, and, you know, again, I'm projecting when I say, like, what could happen. But as long as I trust him day by day, this will be a good life until the end. The moment you try to take control, you don't have it. Ooh, that'd be a good t-shirt. The moment you take control, you don't have it. Interesting. I like creating t-shirts that create thought, and you can't really figure out necessarily where they're coming from. And there's like 3 different perspectives on the design. I love those. That's why if you look at my Teespring account, you'll see all those shirts. And they're also on Instagram. I post them on Instagram, and then I make them a shirt. Not all of them, but some. Thank you for everybody that's been buying the shirts. That's been really cool. Mugs and stuff like that. I appreciate that support through Teespring. I think we've got like 14 Patreon people. So that's helping out. Thank you for that. The Patreon people get the videos sooner when they're scheduled. There's 2 videos right now they've seen already that I haven't posted yet. And then it's the views from AdSense, which are up and down. But we'll be able to go like another 6 weeks at this moment. I want to be 6 months out. That would be nice. But at the moment, God does not have that money there right now. But he definitely, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's God's got his hands on it. No sirens today, except for that one ambulance you saw go by. Secret Service is hanging out where they normally hang out, back there. Governor Cuomo. Never got his name right. His brother called me a fool. It was one of my proudest moments on CNN. How is it just suddenly it's all about like COVID and it's not about the women with all the accusations? Where did that go? How I knew he was going to do it. You know, he's a swamp creature, and all of a sudden he's just yucking it up and, you know, saying how great things are going and everything. Meanwhile, New York's crime rate's going through the roof. I mean, is he not the ultimate politician? Why? And he ran for president? Oh my gosh. He has got to go. He's one of the worst governors that New York has ever had. Ever had. And I'm from outside of New York in that little town like Philadelphia, but still. Look what they're doing to Rudy Giuliani. Like they did to Roger Stone. They're trying to intimidate with their warrants. That's really annoying. And has anyone heard from Sidney Powell lately? I don't know. I haven't heard much about her lately. I haven't forgot the Dominion machines. Haven't forgotten those. Well, what's up with Arizona? I know the Democrats are trying to stop it. Isn't that interesting? Not. So I'm going to Mount Rushmore on July 4th. And I'm going to the Freedom Conference in Florida. That's what's on the schedule at the moment. And again, a number of interviews if I can get the studio set up and stop being outside. Oh, and I wanted to thank you guys for those of you that donated $5 and was listening to the message. I really appreciate it. If you're new on this chat, this is a live stream for conversation and a live view of the south side of the White House in Washington, D.C. on May 10th. Welcome. Please like, comment, and share. The shadow banning thing's real. I didn't think it was real. I thought Liberal Hive Mind was trying to just get more views, but no. They really do shadow ban you. It's tough. It's tough having a conservative message, wanting to find the truth and unite people. It's not easy out here. I am the minority. I'm okay with that. I know I'm in the majority in America. They just don't know about us yet. Thanks to other forces. I couldn't believe 10,000 subscribers a day. It was rocking. And I was like, what the heck is happening? And then all the newfound attention when I went past 100,000. I still haven't got my award or talked to my account rep. If you're listening, if you're on YouTube and you can get, MustangMedic connected with his account rep for Google AdSense, I'd really appreciate it. And I want my trophy. Or a little shout out too for Penguin 6, good guy. I think he's probably over 100,000 by now. He was down like 3,000 yesterday or day before. So if you don't follow Penguin 6, I'm trying to help him get over 100,000 for Andrew. He's a good guy. So go over to Penguin 6 and subscribe to him too, please. He and I have sometimes we have similar styles, but really we don't. And he is a historian in D.C. He's got Georgetown down with all the consulates. When praise is deserved, I will give it. And last Sunday he took me. We met up with Marine One taking off, and then I was gifted a challenge coin from a park policeman. I was honored. I had to put that on video. Andrew and I did a video together, and then he was nice enough to just give me a rolling tour on his bicycle and my scooter here. And we went all around Georgetown, and it's beautiful in Georgetown. Beautiful town. Beautiful town. And Georgetown was here before all this was here. So that's really cool. Georgetown's a very old town. And they're doing the best they can to keep it historic, although this big building got put in there, like modern building. They're not happy about that. But for the most part, the consulates are just amazingly beautiful. Iran's been vacant for a long time, of course, so they're no bueno over there, but everybody else's consulates are just pristine castles. And the Russian one is huge, and there's a building right across from it. It's a small stone house that the FBI occupies and keeps the cameras on the Russian consulate. Isn't that funny? They do it every day. It's their full-time job, just watching a building to see who walks in and out of it. So everybody's watching everybody. Don't be fooled. China was involved in manipulating the election. Russia, America, everybody's manipulating elections now. It's terrible. It's not good. I don't have my spotting lens with me, but that brown barricade over there, I don't know what that is underneath the White House. I don't recognize it. It's covering the steps. That brown thing? You see it? That wasn't there. That's new. They're hiding something back there. That's weird. Normally we can see that part from there. You guys see what I'm talking about? Hang on, I'm trying to get behind the camera. You see that brown thing right there? Hang on. Do you guys see it? That fencing, that was not there before. Like a couple of days ago that I remember. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Interesting. Hope this picture is good, guys, because it's near impossible for me to see my screen. Give me 3 thumbs up if the picture's out of focus, please. No, 3 thumbs up if it's in focus. I know it's a 10-second delay. Okay, good. It's in focus because it looks blurry from my end. Good. All right. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cowboy hat, but I talk to every police officer that's around me. Just talking about everything. I'm always talking. For the most part, 50% of the Secret Service I think I recognize. Capitol Police, not so much. They're kind of spread out, but they're pretty concentrated around the White House. And they're all cool guys. They're all like salt of the earth guys. They've been just doing their job. Many of them like almost 15 years, 10, 20 years. Police officers throughout the country coming here, applying and getting jobs right out of the academy. And Secret Service. There's a lot of young guys in the Secret Service. But that brown fence is up. That wasn't there before. You think it's my shots of him? Not that important. I just realized I started getting paranoid. I'm like, wait a minute. They use those long lens shots I've been doing from over here and nobody else is doing, and they put that fence up. That'd be funny. Some people will actually believe that's true, that they're trying to keep MustangMedic out. I don't think I'm that important. The day this show becomes about me and not about following the truth and seeking what God wants in my life, that's when he'll close the doors. But until then, I'm pretty confident in my Father in heaven and how he's going to take care of me somehow with all this. Because you have to be real specific in your prayers when you're praying to God, because he can give you anything he wants. He can design, he can set that up, and it's not about getting it, it's about serving him. It's not about getting things. Everything is going to rust and rot. And unfortunately, most relationships don't go well either. I'm not bitter. I'm just divorced. Well, there's my status, guys. People on Telegram were asking, there was a couple ladies that were asking what my status was, and I am divorced. I'm single. I can't be distracted right now. I'm a straight guy. I've got 3 kids. I've been divorced for 5 years, and I'm happily divorced. And I don't plan on getting married again. And I've got a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old daughters that I'd have to take care of, want to take care of. I'm grateful to God I'm taking care of them. Not in that order. So I might flirt sometimes, but I'm going to run away in the end. I can't get in a relationship right now. Can't do it. Don't get me wrong. There's women out there who are kryptonite to me, but there can be few and far between. But it is just spring. No, I'm not gonna get distracted. Paul was single, all the way to his head getting chopped off by the Romans. Paul wrote 80% of the New Testament. That's not an exact percentage, but it's close to it, 75%. And he was a Sadducee, a Jewish man that was persecuting Christians, so God can use anybody. Do you guys, if I do the slow chat, then the communications gets so slowed down, it's just going to be fast. You guys can tap on it and see what you want to say. These live streams really are just my thoughts, like I would have a conversation with somebody on the street, and an opportunity for you guys to talk to each other, and ultimately just to see the White House live. And if anybody's reporting that the White House is on fire right now, it's not. It's possible. There's a lot of people reporting a lot of things that are not true, and everybody's chasing it. But just know this. Mustang Medic. I'm a guy from New Jersey with a cowboy hat. He used to work on Mustangs, that is here to find the truth in Washington, D.C. for as long as God allows. And I'm happy to do it. I believe I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in my life, which is, if some of you have experienced that, it's a nice place to be. And the weather's absolutely beautiful. I can't see the screen, so if any of you do anything, thank you for that. Appreciate the support. It always gives me a summary at the end, so those are those people behind the Secret Service tent and cars. They're on the ellipse. It's called the ellipse, and it's a big grassy area with a couple steam vents over to the left and the right, actually. And I'm sure it's been for many purposes. Sorry guys, I'll turn the volume down on the other phone. So weak, man. I think I've just been burning a candle at both ends. I'm tired. Hey Hannah, it's William from Mustang Medic. Give me a call. I got your text message. And no, I wasn't in the tunnels. I was near a tunnel under a bridge, but I was not actually in the tunnel. So I appreciate the congratulations on that one. But no, if you watch the video again, you'll see I was not actually in the tunnels. Anyway, give me a call if you like. Appreciate you. Bye. There's about 7, maybe 8, maybe 10 key people that I talk to often, which is not easy to do right now with the activity that's going on. And almost all of them are Christians, one atheist, and 3 of those 10 are Anon people, and we have the most lively conversations. And then I've got people, we'll just call him Jimmy, who's connecting all the dots. God is using him to connect me with people that are on the cutting edge of exactly what's going on. They're getting it. You know, we're in a spiritual battle, obviously. So there are the occasional calls I make to people. I'll watch the chat and see what people are saying, and then something will be going on, and I'll call somebody and talk to them. And then the conversations we have on these live streams. With this really, again, I told you this is rambling. I can't see the phone, so I'm just talking, sitting here looking at the White House with you. And I will, of course, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I will go on an occasional date if that comes across, if that happens. But at the moment, God's got a bubble around me. It seems. I think we're gonna get visit. Are we gonna get visited by Secret Service? Is this a Secret Service visit coming? This might be a Secret Service visit. Is he gonna turn left? He is. He's turning left. Here he comes. 50-50 comes up and talks to me. Yep. It looks like, no, maybe he's not. Maybe he's just going by. I'm gonna give him a thumbs up like I always do. Hey, good to see you again. You're the one that came by just to say hi to me, right? Are you Agent Agent O, right?
Constitution and
Yeah. I'm live streaming, just so you know. Okay. People can hear you, but
right.
Good to see you.
Yep.
That's so that is so cool. That's electric.
Hey, what's this you got there?
Under $4. I buy them in bulk, so it's like nothing special.
What brand?
I peeled the wrapper off. I got one. You want one?
No, I can't take it.
Oh, you can't. They're I bought them. I was in Carlisle, and I went to some liquor store. They got a humidor. It's no name, and then they come in bricks of like for $60, so it's like $4 a stick. I got friends that like they'll smoke like $150 cigars with me, and they'll give them to me. Oh. I never buy those kind of cigars.
The worst is ever. When you have, ones that you really want to smoke, and then your buddies are like, "Oh, let me get one," and then you're like,
"You should never have given it to him."
I know.
That was your mistake.
Listen, it only took me once to realize that. I all of a sudden lost like $50 worth of cigars.
You watch it get wasted
to people that don't even appreciate it.
Right, exactly.
And I'm like, oh, man, and that's why anytime I go to a large gathering or whatever, I get those like really cheap, like bottom shelf, collecting dust on them.
Yeah.
Not even like
dry, flaking in the wind.
Yeah, right. and the buddies that I hang out with don't know any better. And
do you play chess?
No, I'm not like.
I am looking for a chess player. I'm looking for a cigar smoking chess player.
No, I will drink my Jack on the rocks with a nightstick. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm. It's a tough life, but somebody's got to live it at the moment.
Well, you're living that tough life right now. Hey, good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yep. All right, take it easy.
All right, man.
Yep.
Appreciate you. You guys don't hear that enough. I know. Well, I'm trying to make up for it. Yeah. You see, police are cool. You show them respect. Even if they come up to you with suspicion, just be, if you're not being suspicious, just be straight up with them. Don't be defensive. The worst possible thing you can do with a police officer is be defensive, because then you appear to be hiding something. And if you aren't hiding something, it's easy to get along with the police. It really is. If you're not doing something wrong, there's no reason you should be resistant to anything. If you're doing something wrong, typically there's the people that are desperate. They resist and cause all kinds of havoc for the police, for the community, for business owners, and everybody else. I'm not saying give up your rights in any way, but respect the police and keep your rights. That can be done. And I know there's a lot of different situations that people are growing up in, a lot of different cities that you're listening to this from some guy with a cowboy hat sitting in the grass. And I've got compassion for you. I was homeless in Santa Ana for 3 years of my life after making 6 figures most of my life. I know what it's like to not have anything, and how people treat you when they think you have nothing. I know what that's like. And there's some of the biggest hypocrite Christians out there that I witnessed in my walk of 3 years. So it gave me eyes to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And other than one Cosmopolitan police officer? I can't remember what police force. Other than one police officer not being cool with me when I was telling him thank you and appreciate you, and he's like scowling at me. Other than that, 99% of the people that I've met out here have been appreciative of me showing appreciation to them, being totally transparent, handling my license right away, explaining what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And they appreciate that. So my hopes and desires are as they get to know me enough in crossover, like you just saw with that very cool and they get that I'm real and that I'm for peace and for unity. And I think everybody on the ground that I've met has been supportive of that. And black, white, brown, green, whatever, everybody knows what's going down. They know what they're doing with the optics. They know how they're trying to separate us. And this shall not stand. It can't. It can't. Divided we fall. United we stand. That's why they're dividing us. Because we can't stand if we're fighting each other. We're weak. So we have to start listening to each other. Being able to respectfully disagree as we try to learn the truth, all of us together. Because liberals want the truth too. That's their truth. Their perceptions are reality. Conservatives have a different perception of what's going on. But we all want the truth. That can unify us. So listen. Even if they don't really want to listen back, at least listen. So we can slowly but surely, by example, change the narrative in the mainstream media and what most of the internet is. It can happen. Even you can tell by that police officer's question. You know, well, actually, the first officer I talked to today I wasn't live streaming, but he asked me what am I gonna do that's gonna change anything? And my point of view is, if I continue to be honest, I'm different than almost everybody else. So it can be boring being honest, like showing there's nothing happening at the White House, and this won't get nearly as many views as if I said there was a fire at the White House or something. But it's true. And the truth will come out. It always does. So I think in time, this is going to resonate with people. They're still going to start realizing that this guy is like really just looking for the truth. And not that I'm looking to be a fact checker, God knows, but I'm going to tell you what's true. I'm going to tell you what's opinion, what's a vignette, what's just giving you a downtown feeling of what's going on in DC. And I'm here for you at this moment. You could probably turn off the sound and put this on your TV screen and just have a nice view of the White House. Play some beautiful music, maybe AC/DC, Back in Black. Boy, if I could use some of that copyrighted music. I actually have a very exciting thing happening with Jimmy, that he is giving me a theme song that I'm going to be able to use in the beginning of the clips that are produced. I mean, a lot of my stuff is on the street, quick, but I might do a little like 2-second introduction with like 4 seconds of music, and have a little intro for MustangMedic. That's our own, which would be really cool. He's a very talented musician, and I met him through doing this. We've never met face to face. We've only talked on the phone. And what's interesting now about the dynamic that I have with people in my life is everybody's an individual. So in other words, all my people that I hang out with them individually. It's very rare that I hang out with a group of people. Very rare. So if one person goes south, they don't affect the other people that I'm contacting. And also, my sources always want to remain anonymous, and I'm the one that's willing to be the lightning rod and put it out there and talk about it on video. So the sources are opening up. I'm getting more and more sources because those sources that have given me information and trusted me are seeing that I'm not giving them up. And they know that if they watch the videos. So in time, as credibility builds, I'm going to get more and more information from credible sources on the ground that I can confidently report. So that's good news too. And as you can see, I'm starting to enjoy friendships, I think, with some of the officers that are around here. Capital City policemen, very cool. Capital Police. I keep calling them Capital City. It's like, what is that, a Gotham thing or something? I don't know where I got that from. Capital Police. They've been very cool too. I've talked more with Secret Service than anybody else just because of this belt and this hat. It was like a school trip or something's on the ellipse right now. All right, well, I'm going to do a cruise around the Lincoln Memorial. I'll check that out a little bit. If anything's interesting, I'll give you guys a view. And then I'll probably end up at the front of the White House, and then I've got a dedication to our veterans going out tonight too. I haven't put that one out yet. Should I do more premieres? What do you guys think? What's your opinion on that? Share it with me on Telegram. It's MustangMedic Digital Soldiers, and the channel, of course, is MustangMedic on Telegram. Telegram is really important because if you want to get notified of the videos that do come out, you'll get notified of them there. So the shadow banning doesn't affect me on Telegram. So I'm hoping the Telegram audience will grow, because as it does, they're getting notified and seeing the videos. Unfortunately, I'm wondering how many of our 164,000 followers are actually getting notified of videos now. In the heyday, the first 2 hours was 20,000 views. Now it's, the first 2 hours is about 3,000 views, 4,000 views. And I don't believe it's because, I think what's happening is it's kind of waning a little bit on realizing that maybe President Trump isn't coming back and taking over the White House before he runs in 2024. So I'm okay with that, because if I do get a hot story, then those views help compensate for the slow days. And I have to think this way, because I'm on a wing and a prayer here financially. It's I can't sit back on a big pile of cash right now. Not there. But this whole belt, this scooter I'm on, that phone that I'm talking to you on, and the tripod that's holding it, and the bracket are all from donations from you guys. I'm very careful what I do with donations, because the donations are to keep me in DC. So I make sure that they are expenditures on things that are going to make a better experience for you through the videos. So that's why I'm not shaking all over the place today. I brought a tripod finally. I even have the Segway too. Not the Segway, the gimbal. Not that I use it very much. Some people wish I would. Yeah, gimbal is from donations. And the surge of views I got in January gave me the income to set myself up for my girls and everything, to have beds and desks and TVs, and not a couch yet. We can't afford a couch yet, so we don't have a couch yet. But the girls have their rooms, so they're happy. Teenagers need their rooms. Lord knows. And my girls are experiencing, for the first time in their life, at 14 and 15, their own rooms. I'm really grateful to all of you for your interest in what I'm doing that allowed me to do that. All right, you guys good? Let me see. If I say, should I stay on, you're gonna say I should stay on. So give me a thumbs up if you guys are good, and we'll move on to the next one. Are you guys done with your conversations? I'll do 10 more minutes. We'll do 10 more minutes here at the White House, and then we'll close out this live stream. All right, 10 more minutes. all listen to each other. 2, we can respectfully disagree and still respect each other. 3, we can all love one another by lifting each other up, by simply saying, I like your shoes. That was a nice thing you did. I appreciate you. It's that simple. You'll start to feel better about yourself. And everybody's going to start feeling better about themselves because you lifted them up. We can do it. Gosh darn it. There's always hope.